context of metrics, right? You have structure, process, and outcomes-based metrics. So these metrics have to be compiled completely, structure, process, outcomes. What is wonderful is that Ayurveda medical care facilities are completely up to the job. In fact, I can tell that some of the metrics that we manage, that we report, are not even mentioned by many of the Ayurveda allopathy hospitals. We are extremely deep in terms of what metrics we capture. For example, we track adverse events for every case that we treat, right? Adverse events are captured and reported. Number two, we look at clinical outcomes, right? The way we measure clinical outcomes, you take a condition like rheumatoid arthritis, right? So we will take outcomes using international outcome scales. There is a rheumatoid arthritis scale, which is an internationally accepted outcome scale, right? We will use the physician's outcome scales, where apart from the RA scale, the doctor is capturing a bunch of doctor parameters, which are then tracked. Number three, we have what are called the functional health parameters, which are relating to the health parameters, what we call the modern medicine vital parameters and Ayurveda vital parameters, which is, I'll tell the Sanskrit words, Nidra, Agni, Mala, Mutra, Manas, Sojas, Indriyas, Shula. That means sleep, metabolism level or Agni, then Nidra, Agni, Mala, excretion, solid and liquid, state of mind, the clarity of sensory organs, pain, right? And Prasanna, Atma, Indriya, Manaha. That means a happy mind and happy spirit. Now, how do you do that? So happy spirit and mind, etc., is put into well-being. You have a self-rating. So all these parameters are tracked for every patient. Number three, we have in-process control charts, right? So I've talked about standardized outcome scales. We have doctors' outcome scales. We have the functional health parameters, which I told. Then we have a very powerful thing called patient's outcome scale. Because the patient, very often a doctor will tell, oh, your ESR has come down, your CRP has gone up, you can put some things. The patient says, sorry, doctor, my pain is still there. My sleep is not, I'm still not feeling good. You are showing me some blood reports saying I'm supposed to be okay, but I don't feel okay. Correct? So when NABH came, I think, there were a lot of people at that time in 2010. I was on the standards committee, right, which formulated the NABH standards for Ayurveda.
Okay.
So I remember when the standards were brought out and we were doing awareness building in the Ayurveda community, a lot of doctors would say, all this is fine, but in Ayurveda, you cannot do it. So what you have to understand, what is the nature of standardization, which is what I think people miss completely. Standardization is of the process that you follow in arriving at a decision. Okay. That means, what do I record? So in Ayurveda, you will have Pradhana Vedana, right? Anubandha Vedana. Then you will look at the history of present illness, history of past illness, Kautumbika Vrittanta, there is history of family history. You take all this, then you take Vayaktika Vrittanta, which is diet and lifestyle habits. Then you do the parikshas. You have the Trivida parikshas, Panchendri parikshas, and that is translating to what we call the Ashtasthana pariksha, the Dashavida pariksha, and the Srota pariksha, leading finally with all these parikshas to what is called the Nidhana Panchaka, which is a 5-stage process of putting all the data together into a coherent, cohesive whole, which defines the precise rogi roga avastha, that is the state of dis-ease.